Okay, guys, online students, can you hear us? We are starting off. Software development course info session. Awesome. So most of you guys here, I know I didn't expect a big crowd for this course anyways, because, obviously there is not a lot of people who want to, go to the next level after they have their own comfort zone. But then again, this is for people who are willing to keep growing, for people who want to get their career to the next level. And also, as this is as a plan of our school in general, we want to have this in our, courses offered. So thank you guys for coming. I know like almost all of you personally, maybe came in to mentor, maybe we were in the same group, studied together, right? So it is about continuous improvement. This is a principle where, we can go and acquire more knowledge. The more you know, the more you learn, the more you earn, right? And as you already know myself, I have joined the company 2 years ago, and I worked my way through the development. So this year in January, I became a developer in CME within my own group, and yeah, I am enjoying my new position. They switched me to new team and a lot of projects. I'm like taking up more responsibility. I'm like involved in a more, really cool coding. And then I know that way I can get myself to the level when I'm a really, software development specialist. So again, it's all about people. This is really cool, right? Because you are here and it just shows that you want to keep improving, and that there is a really good character to have. As we already all know, that sky is the limit, right, in this technology. We want to open up more opportunities to ourselves just to, do really good stuff in the future. So what is developer? Why developer, right? Why developer? You guys tell me. Why not? I know.
Understanding application,
Okay. Awesome. So why developer? Basically, my approach to developer is that those are the #1 guys in software development. Everything else is built around them. So DevOps, they are basically preparing the platforms for the developers to write their programs and run it, right? Deploy it. Remove developer. Is there a need for DevOps? If you don't have developers, there is no need for the DevOps. Remove QA. If there is no developer, is there a need for QA? Even as that, what are you? Yeah. So there is no need for QAs either, right? Designers. If you are designing and you don't have a developer, what did you design it for then, right? Same thing with the business product owners. They work with the developers. So developer is something that is self-sufficient. You can, survive by yourself. It means you can now start working on a project, just, gather up 2 people and develop a really good project and deploy it, become a startup owner. So because whenever you are trying to start a new company, a new project, it means that we are talking about that we don't have the money, right? In the beginning, when you want to start the company, yes, you will not have the money required. All you can invest is just your time and your knowledge. So if you start off, at least if you have like 3 people in the team, you can build crazy stuff. Especially being in the industry, seeing how companies are working, and I know your version, your current version, compared to what we all were like 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, maybe, right? It's like completely 2 different people. I can definitely tell that now your perception of quality of project is like something super high, because you are seeing the bars, right? And the bars are already set high, and we want to be there, guys, all together. We want to be there, up there, with the on the high level. Also, you don't necessarily be. Maybe you came here not just because you want to switch your career. Maybe you don't want to grow. Maybe you already like the QA department, but again, just you are coming here to learn more about programming in general. So you are a strong QA lead. Maybe you want to become a lead. Maybe you want to become a software architect, QA architect, or just QA lead. My leads in my team are like super strong guys. I mean, they are like already ready developers if they wanted to, right? But they decided to stay there because they want to grow. Those opportunities are given here. Now, front-end frameworks. There is a front-end everyone knows, and I would like to call Kıyalbayke to continue and introduce you to the frameworks, and he will be our, he is a software developer, engineer with 3 years experience. It's not that I'm gonna teach, okay? I'm like on the low level of teaching there, of this course. He's a graduate of Moscow Government University, outstanding student there. And he has teaching experience from previous batches. He taught Java, and we trust him here. So he will be the runner of this development course.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
So you can switch here.
It's
Online
the
students.
online. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. So my name is Kıyalbayke. So I'm working right now in Expedia. Do you know Expedia? So Expedia is biggest companies in online booking. So our main competitors is Booking Holdings. So Booking owns like 30, 40 websites for the booking. We own also 40, 50 even websites. So we are competing. So in Expedia, I'm mobile. So I do Android, iOS, and I do backend development. So I have a good experience in that area. So as Asar mentioned, all eyes on developers. So he mentioned that developers can do many things, but there should be some duty separation. So do not leave everything on the developers. Developers should focus on codes, so on certain parts. So designers should bring good design ready to be coded. Testers should be good that whatever you do, they should immediately test. So there will be continuously testing, and developers should continuously integrate code, and that should be delivered. For that, we have DevOps. So DevOps people will deploy, and it will be the application will be running on servers. So mainly we can divide developers to 3 parts. So, no, I mean, let's do it like this. So right now we know only two platforms, yeah? So website and mobile. Recent research showed that mobile is more used than website. So more mobile application getting more users than website. So there is a lot of, for the mobile developers needs. And there is some smart good guys on the backside. So everything what you do, what you see is on the front, but there are a lot of thousands of people doing the business logic of the application. So what you see is just one picture, but behind the picture is a lot of guys. So so that way we can separate from the software developer to the three parts. So front end, back end, and mobile. For the front end, we say that this is a website, and website is written in HTML and CSS. And that's a basic language everyone knows, but there are a lot of frameworks with the JavaScript. So all these frameworks, if you do best frameworks in 2019, then it will show up these frameworks. So we will try to teach several of them. And if we go to the backend, for the long time, so as I mentioned, front end is written mainly in JavaScript. When we go to the backend, there are several programming languages. .NET Core, it's C#. Rails, Ruby on Rails, written in Ruby. Node.js, JavaScript, Django, Python. Yeah. Oh. No. So it will take a lot of time, yeah? But we know that you need certain knowledge on the front-end side. So you will knowledge on Bootstrap, jQuery, Ajax, and JavaScript, HTML, CSS. So, but rest of them are same. If you have idea, then you can easily switch. Huh? No, React is big. So that's why we cannot cover all of the topics in 3 months. But we want to have you handle something. So if you hold tool, you know that how to use that, and you can take another tool, the same thing. So on the back end, there are right now 5 languages, and why we are teaching for the testers and you that all of us, we know Java and Spring framework for the last, I don't know, 15 years was the very good, how I say, prove it. So it's prove it that it's best framework for the backend. So there should be some decline in recent usage because of there are good tools are also coming, but still Spring is the best for the backend development, and we don't have to spend another 3 months to learn Java because all of us know the Java. So we can easily switch for the Spring framework. And why Spring? So you may heard Node.js. Node.js is coming everywhere right now. If you know JavaScript, yeah, of course, you may know the Node.js, but it will take another time. And startup companies are trying to use like this easily applicable frameworks to quickly start. But old big enterprise companies was written in Java Spring framework. If you want to work for the big companies, you will see that everything on Java and Spring frameworks. So even if I ask me, then in Expedia, so I look at a lot of codes in backend, all of them written in Java, like 80%, I can say. And I saw a lot of, yeah, question.
Yeah, I have a question. Like, for instance, I played a little bit with Django, and it's pretty straightforward to start off. It's like a few seconds. You just install and it's up and running. And
yeah.
then you just copy there is like already written stuff that you can just install and imply.
Mm.
It's why Spring framework is more secure than Java, like Django, or what's the reason of big corporation using Spring framework? Is it just because everyone knows the Java and they started with it, or is it better way of
Yeah.
It's different with business too. Like it's a trade companies, they're using a lot of Python, Java.
I know that Israel uses Django, right?
Yeah, so I can not be familiar in every other companies, but as I said, Spring is proved as good framework for the long time. And as I said, many application was written already in Spring. It's not easy, just let's convert this application to Python, yeah? It will take a lot of time. So why?
Community is bigger too.
Yeah, and
Java older and the Java have a much more people who are working on it. You know, if you're gonna go to Asia, and everyone working with the Java. Yeah, Python is really popular in the United States. You know, like you're gonna open the like any YouTube video, you're gonna see like most like European guys or American guys. Yeah.
Yeah, and there is big community. So if you stuck on some question and if you type the question, if you were working on the Spring work, you definitely find the answer. Yeah, that's why. And third platform is how I can switch. It's not working, yeah.
Yeah, I want to sorry.
No, it's good. I mean that there should be some communication.
We will have question and answer section at the end.
Yeah, definitely. So on the mobile side, long time fight between iOS and Android, yeah? I know both of them, and there are other kind of trying to implement mobile development like React Native, Xamarin, Flutter, and we will not cover because when code is written in real iOS, Android is good application. So all these platforms, it's hard for one person to know all of them, to be always up to date with the old technologies, but we should, for the market, to go to market, you should to know, as I said, several frameworks from the front end. And if you know the Spring, and if you handle some Android is written with the Java. So if you know Java, you can easily handle Android. So we will do. And for the real project, we have created, we started, and you will write yourself that two applications. Two applications will be, okay, let me go on this. So about the front end, let's go through, and I will explain about two projects. So web client, when we say web client, we mean browser. So as I said, it's HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and some frameworks, because frameworks, what are the frameworks? Frameworks gives you easily write something quickly. So you don't have to write 1,000 codes, but write 100 codes. So it will do the same. Yeah, and as I said, backend. Backend is a lot of services. So what it was before that, it was not good architecture before that. One monolith service will handle this application, but it will, right now, because of the microservice, we have to separate that big one service to several. So each one could be easily updated or easily deleted from the usage. And of course, two of them should be connected by REST API. And about this job. So what it says, do you have any expertise in SQL? He says no. Then it doesn't matter, right? No SQL. But when you say no SQL, there is another database language. Yeah, so as you tester, you know already SQL. So we want to know you one more non-relational database language. It will be, so generally it's NoSQL, but there are several of them. One of them is MongoDB. So we will learn MongoDB, so it will work with database. Yeah. No SQL. No, there's and Postgre, yeah? Yeah. So these are two. To write Spring, you already have core Java. That is not enough. There is so far what you learn if you circle like this core. You need for Spring framework like this knowledge, and we will try to fill this gap too. For that, we will have Java class from the beginning. Java class advanced level. So we will learn from the start what is the annotation. So how to write annotation. So far you were writing an add, but how it works that test, and what is the reflection, what is going on when you run. Yeah, in depth. Because to understand how Spring works, we should know very well Java. Spring, and mainly will be Spring Boot. So Spring frameworks is very huge framework. And why we are saying Spring Boot as one of the part of the Spring is that Spring should be configured by you. But if you do with the Spring Boot, everything will be configured for you. And you should configure something for your needs. Next, NoSQL, Hibernate. Hibernate is one of the libraries which let us to work with the database. So the language, it doesn't matter, but if you have a database, it should be done through Hibernate. And of course, we will do with the Git. So we will do a lot of codes with the Git. As I said, so we have two applications. One will be like GrabHub, but we get idea. What if we create one application which will be restaurants of Central Asia? So we have a lot of Central Asian restaurants, and let's create one application where you can see all menus. You can even order. So some kind of idea, but you will do yourself that application. And if we're connecting with the backend, restaurant should also receive some kind of answer or communication client with database. So if I order some food, my backend should send to restaurant that one customer ordered this food. For that, restaurant owner will have Android application on tablet, for example, like GrabHub, like Ritual, any other application. So you will not write fully from the beginning Android, but you will have some template. So you will start from some point. But as I said, Android will take just itself 6 months. So it's very big framework, Android. But we will do something. So everything works right now, what we did on your local machine, on your computer. But if you want to give for your customer, it should be on the cloud. It should be running 24 hours. Yeah. For that, we will deploy in the clouds. For that, we will learn what is Docker, what is Kubernetes, what is Datadog, Kibana, to search all of our requests, response, to see how is running our application. And this will be taught by DevOps, real DevOps bootcamp instructors. And did you hear Evolve Cyber? Islam and Farooq. So they will come and teach you these tools. So we are partnering with them. And okay, so the second application will be chat application, kind of WhatsApp. We will do simple. So yeah, simple application with. Yeah, you can improve. Okay.
Are we gonna use WebSockets for the real time?
We will see. We will go through with the our what we will teach. If we can put the WebSocket, then we can do it.
Because the application should be in real time.
Yeah, in real time. I understand. Yeah. So if I'm saying about the restaurant owner, if he have only one connection, I mean that if database sends notification that you have one order, I mean that it will be just enough to not always tune it with the WebSocket, yeah?
Like for WebSocket purpose, if you're working with like you have 20 microservices between them, yeah, WebSockets, like you say, this work.
Yeah.
But then regular, like outside to the orchestration, it's over like regular APIs. It's funny.
So about the team. So first me, as I said, I will teach all of this. I will teach backend, mobile development. This is me. And our son, Jusupov, he will teach front-end. He has big experience creating a lot of websites. So he will teach front-end. We will join together with the backend, the front-end, and it will be one application running in the cloud. Somebody care? So we have one more instructor, Igor Strashenko. Strashko? Oh, okay. Okay, he has big experience in the market. As Oskar said on the previous session, he will do in both class, and he will be doing for us interview preparation. So he did hundreds of interviews, and he will teach you how he will interview software developer guy, not tester guy, yeah? And he's here. Next, as I said, we will be partnering with the Evolve Cyber. So they're doing DevOps class like more than 6 years, I think. They have more than 100 graduated students working in the real company, and yeah, that's great. So they will teach, they will configure everything. So from the developer side, what you should to do. So if you go understand everything, it will take a lot of time, but still something will be configured for you. So you will go and follow what they do next, what should be done to have running application in the cloud. Yeah, DevOps side. Because otherwise it will be running on your local machine. So once in a week. Yeah. And before that, we can run also that application in Heroku. So we will try to run without DevOps side to run our application running on Heroku, but we will see. And Evolve Cyber is here. And next, Milana Pizov. He has more than 10 years software developer experience. He will be working with you on your project. So I will teach here subjects and do some tasks, but he will support you through Slacks or through GitHub. And Oscar, he will do what? No. Yeah, yeah. He also good soft skills guys. Yeah, motivation, and he will bring some what he knows from the CME. CME is a big, huge company, and he will bring his knowledge from the CME. So we are trying to bring what we know from all other companies here. And I think I'm giving Oscar. Thank you. Okay. Oh. I was glad that I'm.
So one couple things to mention. First of all, we are heavily focusing on backend. Why backend? Because imagine why Lamborghini is why Ferrari is a good car, right? What makes Lamborghini Lamborghini? The amount. The amount. The amount. What is amount? Demand. Not demand. It's the. I think for me it's engine. Ferrari, it's engine. So. I mean, just for example, right? So. So even let me give you like Ruslan is we are working the same company CME. What makes CME the best interview question for you right here? What makes CME CME? Why is it the world's leading training company?
Yeah, I ask myself this every day. We're pulling it off, honestly.
Yeah. So yeah.
Man, I don't know. I mean, it's a huge company, and although they're not, from my perspective, they're not super organized with their stuff, but they somehow make it work. So it means that, you know, something's working somehow. Because at the level of unorganizedness, at least in my team, I'm asking myself like every day, how the hell this is the #1 company of trading?
Right.
But you know, they're pretty serious about what they do, and I don't know, it's.
So I think the key point here is that what makes CME the world's leading company is that they invested in technology in right time. So the little history is that they invested in the technology and then they boomed, and the other trading companies, okay, because at the time they hesitated, they didn't want to spend money, right? Now CME is taking off, so they want to also invest, and they ask CME, can you build us very quickly? Okay, CME agrees, and then they sign 5-year contract. 5-year passes, they tell them, okay, we want to renew your contract. They say no. CME says no, we're not gonna help you anymore. So right now they're on the edge of losing their technology, right? If they lose their technology, their business is gone. So what CME does, they offer some little money and tell, okay, we'll just buy your company. Just with the help of technology, right? But currently, the engine, a lot of trades we get, and they have to match the trades super quickly, like in the matter of microseconds. So all that thing is not because of that UI the user is entering the trade, right? It's about how much things they goes through on the backend. The backend, what makes the great companies great. So Google. There are a lot of search engines out there. What made Google this popular? Couple MIT or Stanford students, they came together and they basically wrote an algorithm to find the good the fastest way to get an access to the right information, right? There are a lot of algorithms. So again, we will be focusing on backend. We want to be really strong at backend. That's where the, really dessert of the software development lays in. Also, I heard even you guys started arguing about subjects. I think it will be really cool to just come back and be in that environment where you are sharing the knowledge, you are competing with each other, arguing, okay, what's WebSocket, and someone is looking, oh, this guy knows something. Yeah. So also one thing to note is that this is our first try, but as we can see, we are bringing in more people. So we are not just trying to try. It's like for us, it's a really big step as far as our plan. And in the future, we are looking to each other as partners, right? We are looking to this team as a incubator of really good projects. We will work together. If we have projects, we have the team, we have all the required knowledge after 3 months. Why not, right? Work together, work on something new, and just try it out. We have to know it. We live only once, so we should, try a lot of things, and live the life that when we say, okay, I tried so many stuff, I'm good, Yeah, and we have that ability. We are in the position of growing. We are in the position of innovating, and we are in the position of just surprising people with our knowledge and ability. I think for that, from that perspective, it's a really good opportunity. Second good opportunity is that you will be getting almost like personal like coaching from really good engineers. And Igor is we got him on board. This guy, I don't know him like personally. I didn't know him. We opened up a position for this role, and we interviewed several people. And this guy, came in, and he's a director. Like he's a manager of software developers, right? In a really big company. So same thing, like I hired my manager for myself. So that sounds pretty good. So yeah, he is really cool. The first impression on this guy was really good. So he has that experience, and we will learn some algorithms. So depth first search. So the Google like algorithms, right? Because if we want to shoot for Google, yeah, why not? Let's work for Google, let's work for Amazon. So we will be working on that type of interview questions, algorithms. Yes, we're gonna cover it. We have to cover this data structures, because we are not just, now also good thing is we all have Java knowledge, prior Java knowledge, and within the 3 months, it's not 3 months is just like 3 days, it will fly by. But then the amount of information we can gain out of these courses, I think we are squeezing maximum out of it. And yeah, Evolve Cyber, those guys are, we offered them. They were really cool. That their main instructors, they agreed to help us out in the beginning. So they're gonna come themselves, and so we will learn DevOps from professionals. So every part is covered by professionals. So we should be really in really good hands. I will be a student here. I will be a student, even though I'm a developer. I'm looking forward to watch at my free time or sometime. But I will be a student of this course myself too. Yeah. And lastly, cost-wise, I think we have more slides, right? Okay, schedule. I thought it was at the end, so I started talking. So schedule, we are planning to do 5 days a week, because again, it's still intensive, I mean. 5 days a week, 6:30 to 9:30 from Monday to Thursday. Friday off and Sunday off. On Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Again, guys, it's 3 months, right? Right before the summer. So in the summer, there will be new version of us, everyone. And 3 months again, I think we should pass. So since Java, and since so we are not focusing on front end, almost like very minimal front end. Okay, front end projects, we bring the ready projects, and we only show you how to connect those two.
Point is, you're gonna get the big picture, just like you got in cyber, so it's gonna give you a big. You can start developing this side or that side, but for now you go right after you graduate, right? You go and take the whole something. I think that's the biggest issue.
Yes.
Yes. The big picture. You don't
Yep, that's exactly how it is. Mhm. The rest is the rest is improvisation. Yeah. The rest is imagination, right? Whatever you comes to your mind, then obviously we will not be able to finish GraphHub in 3 months. No, we are not promising you like full ready. It will be like very ugly front end type of, right? And then really, you know, the core of the backend. And then obviously if you want to add more features, you'll learn how to add a feature. After that, if you know how to add one feature, it means you can add whatever number of features you want to add. Yes, so from Monday to Wednesday, it's Java in the beginning, advanced Java. So when we say advanced Java, you know, since he's a developer, he doesn't think that concurrency is really important and hard for us, right? For him, it's easy. No, for us, it's like concurrency is something to learn. Streams, data structures, that kind of things will be covered in the beginning from Monday to Wednesday, Java. After Java is covered, 1 month, and then we will 1 month or a couple of weeks, yeah, 3 weeks, I think, and we will jump to Spring. So building on the Spring, so Monday to Wednesday, it will be those classes. Thursday, we will have like group projects. Again, it's like you gain 1 week knowledge, put it in the real work. And we have a guy, Mirlan, he's gonna be like monitoring all the group projects. And Saturdays, it will be Igor's class. He will come in and solve like algorithms, apply it in the coding, and also first 1 month and a half, he will be covering algorithms and all that stuff. Later, it will be more, you know, interview preparation from his perspective. Yep. Any?
When we go to market, how our resume will look like?
So, do you have experience working? Are you working?
7 years QA.
So, are you currently working? How long are you working?
Well, I've been working 7 years
7 years.
now.
So, for 7 years, it means just like the same merge you will do that I did, right? So when I was talking to my manager about a new position, you know, I was showing my desire that I want to go to development the whole year, and then, you know, I was agreeing to go like mid-level or junior level developer. I was fine, but then he said, no, you know, if you stayed here, you would become a lead QA. So we will just keep you in the senior position. So you will be a senior developer. So they made me a senior developer. So same transition. You will be as that, and developer. So it is how it works, because as that is a software development, right? That's the point I'm trying to always give. Sometimes.
Real estate is harder than like the development.
Yeah, meaning like you are coding, you know, you have the full implementation into coding, and again, you apply, you have number-wise, you qualify. 2, now it's just to qualify knowledge-wise, skills-wise. So I don't see a problem there.
If I decide not to stay with the company and move on to the different company as a full stack developer,
Mhm.
you'll be junior. I'll be junior.
Why junior? No, you won't be junior. I think you will still be applying for any positions out there.
But he meant like in his resume, so like the QA as that.
Not QA, it's as that. Again, it's a software development experience. You go there, if they call you, and then you can, you know, you'll figure out once they call you, you will figure it out. I think you will say, okay, it's software development. I've been developing frameworks, this type of frameworks. I was always involved in development even. Now from your real experience, you can tell like, I really help developers write their code because we are a cross-functional team. It's just my title that says this, but I'm actually been doing the same thing my developers were doing. It's just a matter of, you know, delivering your knowledge.
Like for 7 years, and now I'm a developer.
Yeah.
But some huge company even doesn't care, you know, they can offer you like, no, you want to try like to be like software. I had an interview with Amazon, you know, like they with the state, and after they told me, you want to do like the software engineering, it's like with us, you know, they can do sales.
Yes, definitely. Companies, they don't. No one cares about your diploma or anything, right? They only care about your skills. And one more thing to mention is, we all know that for 3 developers there is 1 QA, right? So there are 3 times more opportunities as far as development concerned. 2, you get paid like few dozens of dollars more. That's a fact. I know the guys who did that merge. so, yeah. So, and again, secure your job. Be in the position where you're not the first guy to, you know, yeah. So, no. What is it? So the campus-wise, yes, classes will be held here, as that is moving out, and yeah, classes. This is software developer campus from today, not today, from today. Yeah, we are getting there. So again, all 24/7 access for all the materials, everything, all the presentations will be uploaded up front, notes, and all the classes will be recorded and uploaded to the platform. So, you know, I'm planning to take classes while I'm working.
I have a question.
Sure.
I know that the Spring Boot doesn't work with the regular IntelliJ. You need not the community version, the other one, the 5 version.
Well, Ultimate Edition?
The framework doesn't work with IntelliJ, the regular IntelliJ. You need to remit them.
No, it does. No, it works. It works. It's just Ultimate Edition gives you a little couple more features that you can easier to. It makes debugging easier.
Okay. For example, if you want to run regular Tomcat in community edition, will not be able. We have Tomcat in 20 edition, but if you use Spring Boot, you would have embedded Tomcat. It does not need separate Tomcat.
You got your back.
I was just
Yeah.
I knew that there was some things that they were not running unless you purchase the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah. So you want an Ultimate Edition? That's what we are asking for.
I was just trying to clarify things.
Okay. No, we are not going back to Eclipse for sure. Eclipse is gone. It lived its era. Tuition-wise, it's $3,500 in campus or online. 1,160 monthly payments. 1 week trial offer. 10% discount if you pay the full payment in the first month, and no other hidden fees. Yeah. How much? I mean, because yeah. So guys, just as a compare, like one, this is specially designed for you because we know that you have the knowledge, because we know that you have the basic Java. So we want to just, you know, help you out and meet you in the middle so that we can get to the next level. 2, what can we compare this course to?
So in that aspect, we're trying to see both sides, how the transfers from all the backend.
Yeah, that's exactly what we will do. Basically, we will definitely give the big picture of mobile app development, front end meaning, and UI development, right? Yes, but our focus will be on the engine, under the. Sure. So again, this course is designed for like people who are already in the industry, and we kind of have already relational database knowledge. So that's already in our resume. So we want to put another tool in the resume, and we have to use one database, right? We had a choice, but then why are we using NoSQL? Because no one knows NoSQL here. So you want to have people who know NoSQL now and put it in the resume. So you want to have the richer the resume is, the more opportunities we get for the job. Again, what other bootcamps can you guys compare this course? 11,000, where is it? Coding Dojo. So Coding Dojo, we have App Academy, I think, Flatiron, right? So the difference between those two guys, all of them require basically start from the ground, right? So they start from the bottom. And then obviously, if with the assumption that they are starting from the bottom, it means they're not going to take you to the advanced level. They will take you to like intermediate level, right? Because the time they're offering is 4 months. There is no way you can get to the advanced level in 4 months from the background.
I think it's daily like 8 hours or something like that. But it's kind of much more intense.
But still, I don't think you will get to the point where advanced, right? Yeah, yeah. So all of the other bootcamps that are out there, basically they all start from the from zero, and there is no reach to the advanced level. So you are not interested in it. That's why you have never even probably looked at other bootcamps. Two, price-wise, since this is the first try, that's why the price is like priced this way. We did a lot of research. You know, people offering just one spring course and asking for thousands. I mean, $10,000, $8,000. Flatiron, $18,000. So contracts are like super crazy. What is it? Northwestern Bootcamp for software developers. But how long?
It's a 6-month full stack development.
Yeah.
Again, from zero background.
Yeah, but it's you're gonna go like as a junior, you know, like you're never gonna be like advanced if you are not working.
Right.
Yeah, I agree that's why I'm here.
You should work with
So we found our place in the market that when there are people who want to grow, and you know we have the team who can make it realize that and make it happen. So again, it's like personally assigned to each of you guys, right? It's like personal coaching, like because it's the first batch. But we will have this course in the future for sure too. There are plans to merge, you know, for the students who are starting from SDET, there is a plan to just give them the option from the beginning. So yeah, that's this will be 3 months course. 3 months course. It's gonna start March 28th. So it will be full 3 months. 3 months and a couple of weeks, I think. Sure.
My employer is willing to pay for the course. What they ask is for
8,000 then. Then 8,000. Charge 8,000.
Yeah, like could you give me bill like 10K and like I'm gonna take 65.
You
Why not?
50-50. 50-50.
I can buy you lunch.
Lunch or 10.
No, actually, it's a good stuff.
Okay, 60-40 then. Okay,
No, man,
60 you 40. Buy lunch to the whole team then.
I'm not good place with lobster sandwich.
No, buy lunch for the whole class.
No, whole class. Like how many people? I don't know. Like,
Just say yes. It's like you're spending $1,000, but yeah, just kidding. Yeah, we can discuss about it. Sure.
Is there any kind of paperwork or something so I can present my employer and still be paying?
Yeah, we have official receipts. We will share all the documentations like websites.
I heard money. Look, showed up. Let me explain some facts. Everyone
money-wise. Why would put cheaper? Because of the we don't want to, we already spent money for your other boot camps, is that right? And maybe you are working for 6 months or 1 year. So and quality-wise, I want to talk about our team is very strong, and we have like around especially for this course, we have 5 different developers. 6 of them they have master degrees of computer science. 2 of them they are.
You know how to sell.
Yeah, and about like if you are like, I know a lot of you are like engineers, not yet like what is the junior. Some of them are seniors. So this is good opportunity for investing yourself. And we don't want to like 10,000, but maybe in the future we will, for example, 5. Yeah. But we don't want to like first things like this is not like only business. We want to think about also community, also students. This is course, that's why.
Yeah, my point was like, for example, if I'm learning, okay, I should make the money too. Yeah. I don't want to like to waste my time. Like for example, if I'm working, I'm same time I'm learning. Yeah. Why you cannot charge me like give me like 10K bill like I will learn to the same time, and I'm gonna make the money when I'm doing
Karma is
yes. Yeah, like it's
tell him that because he doesn't.
Yeah.
Karma is
it's
if you believe in karma,
also if you are working, already your work, like your job should pay. Is that correct? You can reimburse. If paperwork, we can provide. If they say like, go ahead, go take course or bootcamp something. Look, paperwork, we will do our best. And also sometimes you want to make tax exam or something, we will do it. Maybe not so much money, but still available. And please spread the word. It's first one, that's why cheaper. And quality-wise, we are very confident. Because normally one teacher, one instructor can teach. Why because of those jobs, we want to everyone like own subjects. For example, I will explain UI, and don't be afraid. Like UI is easier. Like what is the decoration, those HTML, CSS or something. That's why don't be afraid. Like everyone can be covered. Of course, big picture as what's this? He said your name? Ruslan said like big picture. You got 3 months, like not 3 years. It will go so fast, but big picture definitely will get it. And nice things like that. For example, some tools as a developer, you don't see server parts, is that correct? Usually you will make some parts, even 5 years expense, you don't see what's going. But here, we will invite people and they will show their part, and the big picture will be more clear. Yes, please.
Yeah, I want to add on top of this, like I just like two months ago I finished the developer course. So we studied backend and Spring.
Why are you here?
Sorry.
He just likes you that go.
No, I mean you came here for
I just came here because I never heard about this school, and I came here to see like what's the school about. I took the course, and it was like 2 months. It was pretty intense, but they didn't have time to explain. Like it was just one instructor, and he was trying to cover everything, but it's too hard to cover it. And here I'm seeing like 6 different instructors, and they will help with interview. Like it's more rounded, well-rounded course that will help like everyone who wants to learn something. And that's why I'm taking this course, even though I already know how to bend.
Thank you for your
awesome.
warm wishes.
Which course?
It was Muras Labs. If you
Oh
know
yeah.
Labs.
You went with the Babil, yeah? Babil was there.
So,
Babil,
any specific? Do you have any questions? Like any questions? Like you are our colleagues, not like students, because most of you are more experienced. Yes, Rita, please. Register. Nice question. Do you have? Oh, here. It's very easy. Maybe some of you already registered. It's free. You can register it.
Open
up
your.
1 week, you will have trial version. Like 1 week, but we recommend before every month we should get the payment because not so much money. And this course is budget-wise. It is kind of this course is for us future. We want to build the big like software company, and this one we want to prepare our future partners.
I think it's too low in this course.
I know money is not. This one is. Everyone is like that. We love the teaching. We love this. We have two. We have QA and this one. So QA a little bit expensive, but this one is cheaper. Think about your budget. Don't worry about it.
Your QA classes and this class is gonna be
different campuses. Yes. Yes.
Different campuses.
Now already we are talking and it's a little bit bigger.
So we.
Here a lot of people. So
No. That's separately. Of course, you will be in different
So we thought about, you know, all the QAs coming to you and asking all the questions. So we decided to put you out of there.
And nice things, those, especially those 18 years experience, sometimes you will have questions like, for example, Rita say, I said, sometimes I have question, I will send it. Of course, anytime you are working those things, others, we have like knowledge people, you can use, let's say, like sometimes, you know, networking is important. Sometimes maybe you know here, you have a question, you don't know, and you can ask him. Like nice things, we will hear, we are expecting like 25 people, for example, and everyone has different skills. We will use also you. Yeah.
Like how many people you're planning to involve?
For yeah, like predictions like 25 is good because you don't want like what's too much stuff for this developer course because
it's first time.
Yeah.
We are not ready to take
25 is good for especially.
Our team is not ready to coach 50 people, so 20, 25 is good.
Yes.
And then you mentioned that you will be more focusing on backend side.
Yes.
So, but you're saying you're going to teach the front end
Yes.
side.
So, yeah.
It will be kind of focusing.
Maybe
less
for
hours.
Yes.
Less hours.
Yes.
So
why do we need
1-2 class front end maybe. So we will have the front end ready, and we will just teach you how to connect with it with the backend. And front end, the documentation will be there if you want to actually go and see how it was built. But yeah, it's like a couple of classes of front end.
And you didn't ask questions. For example, a teacher, I should ask if I were you, I will ask like, why don't I get this class from Udemy? Why don't I get from Udemy? Look, what is the answer? Why you are not asking like tricky questions?
Because I
look, I said, look, even with developer, like how old are you? How experienced you are? Every day we should brush up. We should learn. But problem is, what's problem? Sometimes you will stick someplace and you will give up. Why? Because you need mentor. Like something. Oh, just change this one and it will work. We will use your power. You will work. We will just show the way. Right? So that's.
Yes.
Thanks. Yes. Yeah. Market guys here.
Yeah. So again, Igor and me myself, we will be. Again, we are still job oriented. Okay. We want to land the offers. If someone wants to land a new offer, yes. Algorithm classes. There is not a really need for algorithm classes for like building the projects, but then you apply for Google, they're gonna ask you, can you know, I have some connections of islands. Can you tell me which islands are connected to each other? Type of algorithm questions, right? So that's why we are introducing algorithms and also soft skills. We will definitely help. Was that the question? Oh, definitely. So there are people who are already in the, so it will be a very like pretty powerful, strong team of students already, people who are already in the industry, who already have the soft skills. So you'll be learning a lot from them already. Plus, that's why I didn't feel like 100% comfortable mentoring on soft skills, right? So that's why we needed to get someone in who is a managerial position. So the manager is going to tell you exactly what he expects from his developers. So that part is covered, yes.
Even like good news, even he was like, when we were interviewing him, like he was saying, do you want to meet with recruiters, bring here to get out your students? Even he said no. we like for now we don't know. But
so the guy has a lot of connections, but we don't want to put too much pressure on him because once we start working, then we will tell what he actually is. But for the first impression, he's really good.
Thank you for your.
Please, guys, sign up to the course. We will reach out to you. If you just open up your cameras and take this QR code, you should work. No, 28, I think.
Thank you for your patience.
One second.
We appreciate your effort. Oh, yeah.
No.
For enrollment, yeah.
No. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. And we will contact you by February 20th, just to take it to the next step. Yes.
Yeah, can you please upload this one to?
Sure. We will split it out. Awesome. Sounds good. Awesome. That will be cool.
There's a few options.
So yes.
Like which one is which?
Software developer on campus. Software developer on campus.
Or someone asked interview or someone?
So
For this course?
no, we have to get the count of students who are. So we will ask you, did you make your decision? So we want to, have the number of students. And yeah. So by February 20th, we will contact you and just to get your final decision. And if you guys have any questions, more questions? What is it? So the question is, what if the company doesn't need another developer? Can we still go to the market and look for a job? Definitely. There are 3 times more jobs for developers than the SZs. So there is a shortage of development specialists. That's a known thing, and so you should be just fine finding the job.
And one example, real example. So I have one sister who came in September, and she knows from the university Spring, Hibernate, and Java. And if you look resume, that's it. I mean, she worked in bank for 1 year. That was enough for company to hire her. So, and she was working fine. I mean, if you look your resume, what you will have right now, tools taken from the even quiz site, you'll have, I mean, a very good resume. So definitely you will be demanded.
And also, one more thing, just a really good advantage of you having the tester's background. I think it's gonna play for you. It will be a benefit for you. Why? Because I work with the developers, right? And I have to train them on the testing practices. Your tests cannot be, dependent on each other. You have to split them out, these kind of things. Now, test-driven development type of things, right? You will go there, you explain them like on the testing perspective, plus on the development, the guy will be, there is no chance he will not be amazed from your experience. So the question was, yes, I will teach you TDD. We will teach you TDD, yeah.
So definitely we will write unit tests and Makito. So you can add that too, because what is a software application without testing it?
You are QA, man, come on. So yeah, the question is, what if we cannot switch from within the same company, we cannot make the merge. Now it depends. If you really like the company or then maybe you can stay. If you want to actually become a developer, doesn't matter which company, or maybe a different company, definitely you can. It means you are already working. You can use the existing experience and you can prove that being a software developer, engineer, and test is the same thing as a software developer. So number-wise, you will qualify, experience-wise, you will qualify to apply to senior level developer positions.
So there's no need to upgrade.
No need to, not really. I mean, but I really don't wanna. I wouldn't advise you to go for like something more than specialist level, lead level, right? Yeah. Sure. Sorry. In the work or what? A background check. So you already working, right? And you. So so for DevOps, it will be a little different then, because you cannot really apply for, you cannot use your experience as a development experience, right? So probably it will be something between junior or middle level. So you will still have to put those experiences in your background check because you already used it. So there will be a mismatch. So it will be a merge for you. I think what you can do is just write DevOps/software developer. In my team, I have a lady, Indian lady. She is a DevOps, but also her title is DevOps, but then she just develops. So we can, find a way there, something like this. Yeah, I mean, it is a common thing, especially in the startups, right? You are working, you have to be cross-functional. So it is in my, from real example, I have a team player, a lady who does both DevOps and development.
Yeah, I think don't look at the title for your first job. If it's something else, but if you are a developer, go for it. Who pays more for it?
Julia, you have a question? Oh, you're saying hi. Hi.
That's not going to be in English.
Of course.
Just for asking a question.
Yeah, we are learning English. No, I don't know. You don't know the guy. He has been here for 15 years. So we met him for the first time from the interviews. Yeah. It's not. So for. So Igor. So you can look up Igor. I think this is the only guy you guys are not familiar. So you can look him up in the LinkedIn.
Oh yeah.